Well, we're up here at the Cascade Culinary Institute. They've let us take over their kitchen, and Bill Ballard here is going to show us how to make a fantastic soup.
This is an easy soup, Mackenzie. It's a tomato cognac soup. Originated with my grandmother.
I love that.
Every time I came to her house for the weekend, this is what she made for me.
That's awesome. Okay, so how difficult is it?
Scale of 1 to 10, you're looking at a 1.25.
Okay,
it's
well,
that easy.
Let's see it then.
So here's what we do. We've got a little bit of oil. We're gonna squirt in the pan there, maybe a tablespoon. Then I've got a quarter of a yellow onion.
Okay.
We'll put in here. We're gonna let that go for just a touch. It's looking good. We're gonna hit it with a little bit of our Pinot Noir sea salt.
Yeah, explain that to us. That sounds really fancy. I don't have that in my kitchen.
That's an interesting ingredient. I got this up in Portland at a spice shop.
Awesome.
Salt is infused with Pinot Noir.
Wow.
And then because the tomatoes carry a large amount of acid, I've got a little bit of brown sugar here.
Cut it a little bit.
It cuts it just a little bit, and this is something my grandmother used to do also. Then I'm gonna put a little bit of basil in here, and that's going really pretty well right now. So then let's we'll move these out of the way, and what I'm gonna do is the cognac part. We're gonna flambe this here,
Ooh.
which is kind of
there was no warning to that. That was so cool. That was awesome.
part of the fun of it.
That's so cool.
And then I'm gonna finish it with the tomatoes. And these are, what I've got here are two 14-ounce cans of diced tomatoes. So here we go. Now that was really about the gist of the whole soup. So, and the exciting part, of course.
Yeah, that was so cool.
And we'll let this simmer for about 20 minutes.
Okay.
And what will happen after that, some of that acid will cook out, that brown sugar and the basil and all those flavors will bleed in to the diced tomatoes we have here. And then we're gonna finish it with some cream.
Oh.
And if you want to, you can make this tomato cognac soup the night before and let it sit overnight, and then add the cream the next day so the milk solids don't separate because of the heat in the pan.
Got it. Beautiful.
So there's your soup.
That was easy.
About a 1.25.
I didn't do anything, but it looked pretty easy. So I feel like I could recreate that at home, especially with that big flame thing. So.
You'll have fun with it.
And what's all this going on here? We have little cheese piles is what I would specifically call them.
Well, what we're gonna do is we're gonna garnish the soup with a Parmesan touille. Now what this is about an ounce or an ounce and a half of Parmesan cheese that we're just gonna gently pat down. And then they go into the oven for about 7 minutes.
Oh wow, that's a quick little garnish.
And that's it. So now what I'm going to do is we're gonna plate up our soup here. What we've got here, this is Dungeness crab, very seasonal. I love Dungeness. And then I'm gonna hit these microgreens with just a touch of that Pinot Noir salt. And then I've got just a touch of oil here. And then we're gonna toss them. And then last but not least, we've got some balsamic syrup that I'm gonna hit the top of that soup with.
Great.
So, we've got one right here, and you see how that is all just kind of cooked down and melded together.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
And then I'm just gonna hit it with a little bit of this balsamic, just a little bit of Picasso influence there. And then we'll take some of the Dungeness crab, and we're gonna put it right in the center.
Nice.
And then we'll take one of these nice little uncomplicated cookies to make, and then we've got our microgreens that we'll just top it with. And there you are, tomato cognac soup.